Welcome back friends. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 1882 fair indexes. So this problem was previously asked by Microsoft, as you can see it here. So let's go through the description. You are given two arrays A and B consisting of n integers each. Index k is named fair if the four sum like A0 to AK minus 1 and AK to AK plus AN minus 1. So B0 plus BK minus 1 and BK plus BN minus 1 are all equal. So we will see that in example, so don't worry about it now. In other words, K is the index where the two arrays A and B can be split into two non-empty arrays such that the sums of resulting arrays are equal basically. So that's what they are saying. So left array and right array of both the arrays after splitting the sum should be equal basically. So they have explained it here. One example, like where you have array A is equal to 4 minus 1 0 3 and B is equal to minus 2 5 0 3, right? Index k is equal to 2 is fair. So index k means this one basically, right? So left sum is 3 here, 4 minus 1 is 3 and right is 0 plus 1 is 3, right? Similarly here, for index 2, right, 5 minus 2 is 3 and 0 plus 3 is 3. So that's why it is k is equal to 2 is a fair index, right? So they are saying that we have to find out how many fair indexes are present in the array A and B basically, right? So let's take this example over here. Let's take this another example, right? This example we will take actually. So this is a Microsoft question. So so as you can see, first thing you will notice here in the array A and B here is that, let's say this is array A, right, and this is array B. Then you will notice that they can have fair indexes only if their sums are same, right? So as you can see, the sum of array A is equal to 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10, right? This 2 minus 2 get cancelled, so 10 is the sum here. And for the array B also, the sum will be 7 minus 2 plus minus 4 basically, right? So 3 minus 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, so 10, right? So both sums of A and B are same, then only they can have some fair indexes, right? So that is the first condition we have to check in the implementation, that the sums are equal, then only we will try to find out fair indexes, right? And we will just make a counter, and we will just make counter is equal to 0 in the beginning, and we will loop through this arrays A and B, and then we will find out fair index. So what like how we are going to do that? So let's just take this as an example. So for example, if we will go from I is equal to 0, right? So 0 means we are here and we are here, right? So if you try to make a split between this using this I is equal to 0, then you cannot make a split basically, right? Because on the left side there is nothing. So let's go forward. So we will be at 4 actually now, right? 4 and minus 2. So 4 and minus 2 means if you make a split, then 1 will be on the left side and here 7 will be on the left side. So that cannot be possible also. So we will just go forward. So we are now at here 2 and minus 2, right? So 2 and minus 2. So if we split this array here at this point, right, basically, then you can see that 4 plus 1 is 5 and 2 minus 2 plus 5, which is also 5, right? Here also you can see that 7 minus 2 is 5 and minus 2 plus 2 and 5 is also 5. So all arrays are equally split now. So this one can be a fair index. Which one? 2 basically, index 2, right? So index 2, I'll just say index 2 is one of the fair index now. So we will increment our count 1. So what we will do is, whenever we are going forward in the array, then we will keep the left sum available, right? Left sum. So this left sum will be available to us when we are reaching at this point, correct? Which is 5. So we know that how much right sum will be, right? Because we know the total sum. So the total sum will help us. So we don't have to calculate on the right side because we know the total sum. So we have to just subtract this 5 from 10. So we will know what is the right side sum basically. correct? So that's why we have to calculate the total sum first, right? So now we found one index which can be a fair index, right? So now we will go forward. Now we are at this point, right? We are at this point. So at this point, so we still cannot make, if we split this array like this, we cannot equally split it, right? Because here it will be 2 minus 5 minus 2 is 3, and here 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, so it cannot be equally split. So now let's just go forward, and we reach a point where we are now at 5, right? At 5 basically. So now we will split this array like this part will be one part, right? This part is one part, and here also this part is one part, and the remaining part, which is just 5 basically, right? That contains 5 itself now in this case. So this is another part, right? So as you can see, all the sums are now 5, as you can see, like let's check it out, right? 1 plus 4 is 5, 5, and 2 minus 2 got cancelled, so this is 5, right side is 5, here right side is 5, and left side is also 5, right? 7 minus 2 means 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, so all are 5. So this is again another fair index that we found, which is 0 1 2 3 4. So index is 4, where we found a fair index, so we will increment the count to 2, and we are at the end of the array after this, so we are done. So we have to just return our count that we found, right? 2. So that is the approach that we are going to implement the fair indexes. This is the problem asked by Microsoft. So this is so first we have to calculate sum of both the arrays and make sure that the sum are equal, right? If the sum are not equal, then we cannot find any fair index basically. That is the first observation we have, and after that we will just go from 0, we will start going to the end of the array, and we will keep checking if our left side array and right side array, they are producing equal sum for all these A as well as B, right? A as well as B positions. So let's just look at the implementation now. So this is first we got the length of the array, right? This is the list basically. So we got the length of the list, and we got a sum A and sum B, right? For A and B list, and we are just calculating the sum here, and we are making sure that the sum of A and sum of B are equal, right? Otherwise we will just return 0. As I said, the sum should be equal. So after that we are just making two counters here, like a previous A, previous B, and answer, right? So we are starting from 0. So now we are starting from this index 0 for both the arrays, right? So I'll just highlight it. So 0 means 1 and 0 means 7. So we are starting with this position in both the array, and we are calculating the sum basically, right? Sum for that point. So for example, here first the sum will be 1, sum will be 7 for the first point. Then once we go to 4, then sum will be 4 plus 1 is 5, and minus 7 minus 2 is 5. So that's what, like, we will keep calculating the sum, right? That's what we are doing. So we are just incrementing it from the previous sum, right? As you can see, it is plus equal to. So we are just getting the left side sum when we are moving forward, and at that point we will keep checking if the A pre-sum and A B pre-sum should be equal, right? If we want to find a fair index, that should be equal, and the total sum of A minus pre of A should be equal to pre of A, right? Because they should be equally divided. For example, here 4 plus 1 is 5, so right side we want to calculate, like 10 is total sum, which is 10 minus 5 is 5, right side also 5, left side also 5. So that's what we are checking here. Sum A minus pre A means 10 minus 5, for example, is equal to 5. So that's what we are checking. Left side sum and right side sum should match basically, and pre A and pre B should also match basically, right? For A and B both arrays should match, correct? So for example, here also if you look, this is also 5 and this one is also 5. So we are checking both points basically, right, when we are dividing the array. And if we find that combination, we will just increment the fair count, right, fair index count by 1, and we will return total, like fair index count at the end, which is we are holding an answer variable for that. So that is the pretty much the implementation. As you can see, we are going all the array here, so this is the order of n. Here also we are going all the array, so which is again order of n. So but they are two different for loops, right? So total you can say this is the order of n implementation time complexity. And space complexity is, as you can see, we just have some variables, no special data structures we have used. So I'll just write down here time complexity here. Complexity here is order of n, and space complexity for this solution is equal to order of 1, because we are not using any special data structures, we are just using couple of variables here, right? So let us just like make sure our solution works. So let's just take this same example that we have just discussed here. So we should find two fair indexes here. So here we found two fair indexes, right? So which is correct. And this one is the I just was debugging, so at that time we are just printing the left side sum and right side sum, right? So both are 5, right, for the fair indexes here, as we have seen here. So here is one thing, 4 plus 1 is 5, and when we are here, like this whole thing, 4 plus 1 plus 2 minus 2 is also 5 basically. So that's what it is printing when it is finding the fair indexes. So we will do other example as well here. So let's just take this example here. So in this case the fair index is 1. As you can see, fair index will be at this point, right, where you are taking this right side. So 0 you will get on the left side, and also 0, and on the right side also 0. So that is the fair index here, 1, right? So let's go through it. So yeah, so 1 we got correct, and as I said, 0 is coming on left and 0 is coming on right. Once you divide it here, this is also 0, right also 0, left also 0, right? So let's just submit this solution now. So as you can see, our solution got accepted by LeetCode, and this is the way you can implement the fair index problem of asked by Microsoft, right? And check it out, my playlist for LeetCode as well as LeanCode solutions. I have over 100 solved problems explained with Java examples and code. And also Java interview questions playlist is there, where we talked about frequently asked Java questions asked by many big tech companies in past. So go through them and practice them if you are preparing for Java J2E interviews. That will definitely be helpful. Also, if you like this solution, please subscribe and like it. Your subscription is really valuable to us, because it helps the videos reach to more people. They can also watch it and benefit it from their for their interview preparation of Java. So please subscribe it, and thanks for watching the video.